Dobro večer. Hvala vam što ste došli i na ovaj posebni dio koncertne večeri subotom u Lisinskom, a to je razgovor sa dvoje sjajnih umjetnika nakon jednog uistinu izvanrednog koncerta. Vjerujem da ćemo se svi složiti. I have to translate. So I just said that we had an amazing concert evening tonight with you and the orchestra that is already packing. So this concert is the final concert of the tour. 10 concerts with the orchestra and 5 with Ms. Ott, Alice Sarom Ott. So combination with Beethoven concerts and some English music. How is it after all these concerts, all these cities, all this traveling, and now, how do you feel?
It's from me, right?
Yeah.
It's a very strange feeling. Of course, I'm a chief conductor of this orchestra. Now we finished 10 concerts, a lot of concerts. But after this concert, already I'm missing the orchestra.
Evo, razumjeli ste.
Kind of, if I may say, kind of love story somehow. I'm always missing the CBS of this orchestra so much, and I will miss Alice, of course, but yeah, that's a feeling, yeah.
Evo, samo da prevedem, pitala sam naravno nakon turneje, ovo je bio zadnji koncert, cijeli orkestar imao 10 koncerata, na toj turneji na 5 koncerata je gospođa Ott, Alice Sarom Ott s njima svirala Beethovena. Pitala sam šefa dirigenta kakav je osjećaj nakon toliko koncerata, toliko gradova, toliko putovanja. Kaže da je naravno umoran, zadovoljan, ali da mu već nedostaje njegov orkestar kojem je on šef dirigent i to od prošle godine. Miss Ott, playing on tour is sometimes for us, from the audience, we think that it is like a dream come true for the pianist, going around the world, performing, choosing nice wardrobe, not so many shoes for you, but different orchestras, different conductors, different halls, different cities. How does it work for a pianist? Because you don't travel with your own instrument, you are in different halls with different conductors, maybe you don't agree on every detail.
Yes, so actually going on a tour is a dream come true, because sometimes when I go to play with an orchestra, it's only one performance or 2 performances and 1 rehearsal. And so I don't really get to know the musicians very well. And so I love going on tour because it's a wonderful chance to also get to know the people behind the instruments. And it makes such a difference, because when you get to know these people, then you see familiar faces on stage, and then the music making becomes different. And I mean, on this tour, I have to say it's the very first time working with both maestro and the orchestra. Very first time we had a concert in Birmingham, and then we went on tour. But that was another dream come true, because I've been playing this Beethoven concerto for quite a while now, and it can be a very challenging and difficult concerto. And I've met with these musicians, partners that are curious, they are open, they are not stuck in tradition, and they are so flexible and agile and react with so much sensitivity. So every concert we did was so much fun. We tried new things on stage and took the risk, and there's nothing better I could have wished for. So I'm also very, very sad going back tomorrow and leaving everyone.
Evo samo kratko, i pijanistica Alice Sarom Ott također kaže da je tužna na kraju turneje što više neće biti sa ovim orkestrom s kojima je zapravo prvi puta sada nastupala i sa dirigentom. Počeli su turneju svirajući u Birminghamu i onda ovih 5 koncerata. Ono što je specifično bilo sa ovim koncertom da je spreman i na neke rizike, da ima posebnu energiju i da se ona na toj turneji, dakle kada je više od jednog ili 2 koncerta ili kada je samo proba i koncert, da se na neki način poveže sa članovima orkestra, da to postaju zapravo poznanici na neki način, možda neki čak i prijatelji, i onda je to sasvim drugi osjećaj kada se s njima muzicira, a naravno da je često u ovom Beethovenovom koncertu ima i riskantnih situacija koje su u ovom slučaju, dakle sada prvi put sa novim orkestrom i novim dirigentom se pokazale u izvrsnim rješenjima. I mentioned shoes. Of course everybody noticed that you were playing barefoot. How did it start and why, and again, what a feeling.
It started almost 20 years ago when I got the chance to play on a historic instrument on which Franz Liszt had performed. And I always wore high heels like this, like 10 to 12 centimeters. But then I could not put my knees under the keyboard because back then the pianos were lower. So I had to take my shoes off, and I thought, okay, I'm wearing a long gown, nobody sees my feet. And then I thought I felt very comfortable, and I have a Japanese mother, so at home we never wear shoes. And I always practice going like this, you know. And I also eat like this. So I thought I feel very relaxed, like at home. And it also made me think a lot about all the dress code and the rules in classical concert halls. And I thought, I mean, in Japanese, we write music that you enjoy the sound. And I think music is about that you connect with each other and that you enjoy this music and that you feel the music together. So dress codes and rules, I think, are against the concept of music. And that's the reason.
Evo, samo kratko za one... Vjerujem da ste svi primijetili da pijanistica svira bosa, dakle bez cipela. Pitala sam kako je došlo do toga. Krenulo je kada je prije 20 godina svirala na jednom povijesnom instrumentu na kojem je inače svirao Franz Liszt, i s obzirom da je instrument takav da klavijatura je bila niža, a ona je nosila visoke pete uvijek i jednostavno nije mogla sjesti za instrument sa takvim cipelama, sa visokom petom kakvi inače nosila, i onda ih je jednostavno skinula. I taj koncert je tako prošao da se osjećala fantastično, slobodno, opušteno, a inače, s obzirom da je majka Japanka, ona kod kuće je bosa i čak je pokazala kako sjedi dok jede, i sasvim drugi je osjećaj, i zato ona naglašava da zapravo taj osjećaj slobode, opuštenosti treba biti vezan uz glazbu i zvuk. To je ono osnovno što ona smatra da glazba treba zapravo posredovati. Isto tako i spomenula je dress code, odnosno način odjevanja na klasičnim koncertima, koji ona misli da možda ne bi trebalo biti tako strogo. Concerts and classical music in Birmingham, you had some new series of concerts, some experiments with audience. Can you tell us something about that? How does it go?
Yes, so actually, everything is so going well.
Yeah, okay.
But we have the many projects, and always we are thinking we have to be unique. And then always we are thinking we have to try to do something new. And then to try to invite the new people who didn't come the symphonic concert, somehow orchestra concert. And always, and actually the CBS of this orchestra has many activities. I wanted to follow all activities, but actually I cannot. Such many things. Even one day, symphonic concert, after symphonic concert, somebody can do something, play for somewhere. And then for education program, and then many things. So it's incredible, but such a challenging orchestra. I'm very appreciate this point, and then and we can take risk together. To do something new is sometimes danger or there are risk, but we can try together. Such a relationship, yeah, for me is a kind of the dream orchestra.
Pitala sam maestra vezano uz dakle, koncerte klasične glazbe, kako je to funkcionira u njihovom orkestru. Oni imaju različite koncerte, ali imaju i jednu jaku potrebu i da otvore se nekim novim eksperimentima vezano za otvaranje novoj publici i ono što smatra da je specifičnost orkestra grada Birminghama, to je upravo to što oni baš žele biti posebni, baš žele biti drugačiji i spremni su na te rizike. You are opening to the new public with some special concerts that have some lights, some
you know very well. Wow. Wow. Yes, exactly.
But I don't know how does it look.
Exactly. Just we tried. It was last December, and then it worked so well. And then just to do the new things, it was with lightning. Some moment, orchestral players stood up, so the solo or something, the melody line, and we could see the melody line by eyes. Yeah, it's quite new things. Probably we can continue this way for the next season to separately special concert, and then normal concert, little separately, but we will continue this way. Yeah.
Imaju te posebne koncerte za publiku koje na poseban način zapravo upozoravaju na ono što se događa u glazbi kroz rasvjetu, reflektore, kroz to da se recimo neki solo melodija u dionici pa se onda glazbenik digne i onda to se iz publike i vidi. Evo to sad svira recimo oboa ili neko i to su počeli u prosincu i nastavit će i dalje, čini mi se da je to zanimljivo. Talking about different lighting or different designs on stage, you also have your project also on CD, deluxe edition, but also in concert live, Echoes of Life. So this is also something that is reaching maybe to a broader audience.
Yes, it's sorry. I'm very happy to hear that I'm not the only one trying new things, and I really agree. You know, there's so many ways of making the audience feel they're part of the musical happening, and I really hate when we come with the expectation that the audience knows when to clap, when a movement is over. I think that is the responsibility of us on stage, and using light, for example, is an amazing way to navigate the audience so that the music is understood also in a different way. And so I like to experiment as well, and currently I'm touring with a recital program where I have a huge screen behind me, and there is a projector that projects a video on screen. And for this video I've worked with an architect who created digital spaces that reflect the music. It's very difficult to explain it in words, you know, one has to see it.
But there are video clips that...
There are video clips online, but I think it is important that we make this challenge. We live in the 21st century and we have amazing technology, so why not use it to enhance a musical experience? And we're still not there yet, because I also did a program where I used colors for the lighting, and the amount of walls I faced were really incredible. But I think it's so important, because it shouldn't only be established artists who can do this, but we should create a space where also young artists can come up with new ideas and try to execute them. That is very important. Sorry, it's very long.
I'll try to translate everything. Dakle, upravo i Alice Sara Ott ima jedan svoj projekt koji postoji na 2 diskografska izdanja, to zove se Echoes of Life. Postoji prva verzija, postoji sada recentna deluxe verzija, ali taj skup, pitaću ju kasnije da nam objasni kako je odabrala glazbu, to je njezin recital koji ona ide i s time na turneju, koji ona povezuje isto tako sa svojevrsnim eksperimentom na pozornici. Nije tu samo stvar rasvjete, nego je i u suradnji sa arhitektom Hakan Demirel. Sa Hakanom Demirelom, arhitektom, on je oblikovao zapravo digitalne prostore koji se projiciraju na ekranu iza nje na pozornici i koji onda vodi publiku kroz te prostore zapravo dok sluša recital. Echoes of Life combines, makes an amalgam of Chopin, but also of contemporary music, even one of your pieces.
So the concept is there are the 24 preludes by Frédéric Chopin, and I have interspersed them with 7 contemporary pieces. And for me, it was a very important and exciting process because I realized by combining these pieces that have been written, 200 years apart, first of all, they fit very well together. So you see that music is actually timeless. And also it was the contemporary pieces that enhanced how modern, timeless, and provocative Chopin's music can be. So I think it's all about the context, also the way how we perceive music. If classical music feels conservative and outdated to us, or if it feels modern and relevant, depends so much on how we put it in context.
Evo, sada je objasnila malo više o tom projektu. Echoes of Life zapravo kreće od osnove koju čini 24 preludija Frederika Chopina, u koje je ona umetnula kao svojevrsna intermeca 7 skladbi suvremenih skladatelja, među kojima je i njezin Yours Prelude also in this 7 contemporary,
yes.
I zapravo se time pokazuje da sve zapravo ovisi o kontekstu i da taj kontekst pokazuje koliko ta glazba, iako je gotovo 200 godina udaljene su skladbe jedne od drugih i ljudi koji su pisali, umjetnici, zapravo korespondiraju međusobno i na neki način se nadopunjuju koliko Chopin zapravo postaje aktualan u tom kontekstu i na taj način ona misli da se može dati i novi smisao skladbama koje već postoje, dakle kada se tako kontekstualiziraju, kada se stave u svojevrsni niz kao što je Echoes of Life. You are still on tour with Echoes of Life. I'm just wondering whether you have some after echoes of afterlife.
So I have one more concert left. It's in Dubai, yes, in April, and then I'm done with this project because I've toured this now for 2 years, and it is one of the most stressful projects because everywhere we went, we had to fight against, the rules of concert halls, and it's not easy to still in this today. It's not easy to make it work. But it was a very, very good lesson for me too, and I learned so much from it. My next, I think, program is going to be without video installation and everything, but I will probably think about how to make it unique. I like the word, how you said.
Da, evo ima još jedan koncert u Dubaju sa ovim projektom. Čini se da neće s time nastaviti jer kaže da je dosta otpora nailazi zbog konzervativizma u pristupu koncertnim nastupima i bilo je to zapravo i stresno s druge strane, bez obzira na ljepotu samog i zanimljivost samog projekta. Maestro, you are also chief conductor in Monte Carlo. How do you choose where to become chief conductor? Do you go by a map and say, oh, this is nice place, Monte Carlo, or this is nice place, Birmingham?
Maybe can be there one reason somehow, but the question is who can decide the music director of the Monte Carlo Philharmonic Orchestra? It's only one person. It's a princess. only princess can decide the music director actually, and then she chose me. Ah.
Pitala sam maestra kako bira gdje će postati šef dirigent, osim Birminghama, on je i šef dirigent orkestra u Monte Carlo, pa sam ga pitala je li on to tako gleda po mapi, pa kaže Monte Carlo, pa to je lijepi grad, pa Birmingham mogao bi tu, a on kaže ne, ali u Monte Carlo princeza bira ko će biti šef dirigent, tako da on nije mogao ništa tu birati, nego je bio jednostavno izabran. Okay. In this world of classical music, we already discussed this conservative and some experimental things and uniqueness. What is uniqueness of orchestra from Birmingham? We all felt something special tonight. But how can you know it from inside? What would it be?
Sometimes I cannot understand. Even for me, that I worked as chief conductor almost now 1 year. But sometimes, why they can be smiley every day like that? Actually, this orchestra is very, very busy. Actually, very busy. Fantastically busy, but they can keep their smile, and then they can be very positive always. Just it was 2 weeks ago, it was the shock news. There was shock news. The city council cut the whole budget for the orchestra. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago. I was there, and then Alice was there, and then to make a concert, but actually no difference for the making music. Always smiling. It was not negative things at all. I cannot believe it. Wow, such energy. Okay, let's good music. Let's making music together, and then good music. Maybe to find the money somehow, but this way. The unbelievable positive orchestra, but I don't know why, from where, this power from where, but they can be fantastic, and then I'm learning a lot of things from them actually.
Pitala sam maestra što je posebno, koja je to posebnost orkestra iz Birminghama. Naime, mi smo svi nju osjetili i čuli večeras, ali pitala sam njega kao šefa dirigenta da nam kaže kao insider, dakle kao osoba koja je s orkestrom stalno, što je to posebno. On kaže da i njega zapravo zadivljuju time što su stalno pozitivni, stalno se smiješe, stalno su angažirani u onome što rade. Prije 2 tjedna je grad Birmingham objavio da ukida budžet za orkestar. Zapravo je to bila šokantna vijest, ali orkestar je i dalje predano nastavio i svoje probe i koncerte, i evo čuli ste kako svira. Dakle, nisu pali u nekakvu apatiju, niti se postavili negativno prema tome, a šef dirigent se nada da će možda ta njihova svirka i taj pristup pozitivan prema stvarima zapravo i možda donijeti i budžet sa neke druge strane. So you're going to finish Echoes of Life in Dubai. We can listen to CDs or streamings or whatever, but you also had a Beethoven project, and now you also recently first performed a new piano concerto from Bryce Dessner, American composer. You also have 2 or 3 times to perform it yet. So it's like a very interesting thing that first performance, but in 5 or 6 places with different orchestras. So how is it when you have such a piano concerto written for you, and you are the first interpreter. And then you have Beethoven, third concerto that you already played yourself so many times, but also Beethoven himself first performed it, and so many pianists did it before. How do you approach music in such, I mean, it's extreme.
Yeah, so I've never had a piano concerto written for me, so it was a new world for me. I know in orchestras do it very, very often, but for me it was a really new world. And I was very nervous because I'm a little control freak and I like to have control over things. And with a piano concerto like Beethoven, I have already the full score. I know exactly how it sounds. There's so many references. But with a new piano concerto, there is no references. The score is the only map I have. And so before the first rehearsal with the orchestra, I don't know how the piece is actually going to sound. I had a MIDI file. I got a MIDI file, but MIDI files sound horrible, so it didn't really help. And so when the very first time we came together with the orchestra, it was the Tonhalle Orchestra in Zurich and Maestro Ken Nagano conducting. And I was very, very nervous because every bar was something I would hear for the first time, although I had a good idea of it. And I was, the composer, he wrote it as an homage to his sister, who is a choreographer and a dancer. And if there's one thing I can really not do, it's dancing. I have no talent for dancing. So I was really nervous about how to play this piece that is an homage to dance. But one great thing about having a living composer is you can ask them thousands of questions. That's the one thing I cannot ask Beethoven. I can only guess, I can only assume, but I will never be able to ask him. And that was really nice to have a close communication and still having things developed after the first rehearsal. We would change little things. And that kind of flexibility and direct dialogue was something very incredible for me, and I hope I get to play many more new commissions also in the future.
Evo jedna nova situacija za pijanisticu Alice Sarom Ott je ta činjenica da je američki skladatelj suvremeni Bryce Dessner napisao klavirski koncert za nju. Nekoliko je naručitelja, nekoliko orkestara, tako da je, mislim, 3 ili 4 puta već izvedena. Praizvedba je bila u Cirihu, Tonhalle orkestar, Kent Nagano je dirigirao i još će se 2 ili 3 puta izvoditi. Ono što je razlika, naravno, je da kod Beethovena postoji ne samo fiksirana partitura, nego postoje i reference na prethodne izvedbe, postoje snimke, a ovdje prije nego što je krenuo sam pokus, ona je jedino imala neki MIDI file, dakle simulaciju onoga što orkestar inače svira, no ono što je prednost u ovom slučaju, kada je skladatelj još živ, da ga se može pitati 1000 pitanja i tako je zapravo u toj komunikaciji mnogo detalja još dorađeno. Također ono što je malo činilo nesigurnom je to što je taj klavirski koncert posvećen sestri skladateljevoj koja je koreografkinja, a Alice Sarom Ott kaže da nije dobra u plesu i da je to nešto gdje se ne osjeća sigurno, no evo nakon ovog iskustva se nada da će imati još prilike dobiti još svojih klavirskih koncerata. Maestro, in your season you also have some first performances with City of Birmingham Orchestra, big names like John Luther Adams, Caroline Shaw, and Dai Fujikura. So the orchestra is not only playing Elgar and Walton and Beethoven, as we heard tonight, but also is very active and progressive in the new scores.
Yes. The CBS, so this orchestra has kind of the DNA for making the many premiere, actually. And then mainly the reason it was from the Sir Simon Rattle, did many projects for the making the new music. It was fantastic, and they're still going well this way. And also, but before creating this orchestra, also there was Birmingham Festival. The many big pieces was premiered in the Birmingham actually. For example, Mendelssohn Elias was premiered in Birmingham, actually. And also Dvorak Requiem was premiered in Birmingham also. Many composers came already, and kind of not only this orchestra, the city of Birmingham has such a DNA. Yeah, I think so.
Evo, kad smo već ušli u svijet suvremene glazbe, pitala sam maestra za ovu sezonu orkestra kojeg smo slušali večeras sa glazbom Waltona, Elgara i Beethovena, ali oni u ovoj sezoni imaju i proizvedbe novih dijela, poznatih velikih svjetskih skladatelja kao što je John Luther Adams, Caroline Shaw, Dai Fujikura, i pitala sam kako orkestar funkcionira u tim situacijama. On je rekao da je sve to krenulo, dakle što se tiče ovog orkestra koji inače osnovan 1920. Sve je počelo kada je orkestar preuzeo Sir Simon Rattle i to je ta neka tradicija koju je on uveo zapravo da je orkestar otvoren proizvedbama, novim dijelima, suvremenim skladateljima, ali ono što je zanimljivo što je rekao da je zapravo sam grad Birmingham bio mjesto gdje su bile proizvedbe velikih dijela u povijesti kao što je Mendelssohnov oratorij ili Dvorak Requiem. So Birmingham is a place to be, to go, to visit. What would you say? Should we all go to Birmingham?
Yes, you should come to Birmingham. And, yes, it's a fantastic place. Yes, please welcome. Yes, we will welcome. Yes.
Okay, so you are first time in Zagreb, but we know that Alice Sarom Ott was here 20 years ago. Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember my piano teacher. He gave a master class here, so that was my first time, I think, back then in Zagreb. But it's 20 years ago. Yes, a long time ago. It's so nice to be back.
And you also was competing in Osijek in EPTA competition. You won there, and your sister won there. Yes,
and it was actually really amazing because the piano technician, who, by the way, it's an incredible job. One has to say it once also because the outcome of how the piano sounds, 70% is the work of a piano technician. So it's an incredibly important job. And they are never seen, but they contribute so much to a piano. The piano technician today, he told me that we met 20 years ago in Osijek. Yeah. It was really nice.
Evo samo kratko, dakle maestro je ovdje prvi put u Zagrebu, iako nas je sve pozvao da dođemo makar i prvi put u Birmingham, a Alice Sarom Ott je u Zagrebu svirala prije 20 godina kao studentica, kao mlada, a ja sam je podsjetila i na to da znamo da je i u Osijeku svirala i na međunarodnom natjecanju EPTA, i ona i njezina sestra koja je također pijanistica su pobijedile svaka u svojoj kategoriji, a ona je tu rekla da je ugađač klavira koji je večeras odlično pripremio klavir za izvedbu i kaže da je to gotovo 70% zvuka koji se čuje zapravo zahvaljujući njemu, da se on sjetio nje od prije 20 godina u Osijeku. Evo, tako da... And since you were a child prodigy, what do you remember from that time? How do you remember you starting with music and lessons and studies and concerts and competitions and everything? The life was totally different than to others.
We talked about it actually on the airplane to Zagreb. I don't like the word child prodigy because it has nothing to do with, with a miracle. There is a certain talent, but then of course you have to have the right kind of people around you. There is a lot of discipline that's required. But I have to say I was very lucky with the teachers I met in my life and with the opportunities I also got to be at the right moment in the right place. I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but in a way it's true. And it was a long road. There was also not a moment that decided everything. It was not. And also during my 20s, I had a quite challenging time in which I had, looking back, a crisis. And so it was for me also a challenge to overcome that. And now with 36, I can only say that I'm extremely grateful that I still can be out performing with such wonderful musicians on stage. And yeah, so I think most of it is the people around you always.
Evo, ja sam je pitala, s obzirom da je bila čudo od djeteta, ona ne voli taj izraz, kaže da je baš sa maestrom u avionu pričala o tom, nedavno o tom izrazu čudo od djeteta, eto to je tako uobičajeni izraz, ali kaže da tu nema ničeg čudnog ni čudesnog, da je to zapravo mnogo discipline, mnogo rada i veliki talent. I naravno sreća da imate odlične profesore, da ste okruženi ljudima koji će vam u tome pomoći i tako kaže da nije u jednom trenutku odlučila se baviti glazbom, ali da je recimo negdje u 20. godinama bila određena kriza koju uspjela nadići i evo sada je sa 36 godina sretna da može i dalje nastupati i imati ovakve koncerte kao što je bio ovaj večeras. Next stop is New York.
Yes, in a week. Yes, I have my debut with New York.
Eto, idući tjedan debi sa Njujorškom filharmonijom. And how about you, maestro? How did you ended up or started being conductor? Long time. Sorry.
Yeah, but so that if I could play piano so well, if I liked to play piano, I became the pianist. But actually, I liked to play piano so well, but I hated to practice piano. Okay, that's why I didn't become the pianist, and that's why. And if there I was good for the violin, I became the violinist, but it was not. And then finally, okay, I chose to be conductor. It's true story.
Evo, pitala sam.
It's true.
Pitala sam maestra kako je on postao dirigent, kaže da sam dobro svirao klavir, bio bi pijanist, doduše svirao sam dobro klavir, ali nije mi se dalo vježbati, onda sam malo svirao violinu, ali ni to bilo nešto najbolje i tako sam postao dirigent. But yet, today for us tonight, you played together with Alice Sarom Ott something.
It was only today.
Yeah, I know.
we did 5 concerts, but only today we did, yes.
Imali smo povlasticu da je samo večeras su svirali zajedno ovaj dodatak, dakle to nije bilo prije na turneji. How did you decide to do that? How did it...
It was my idea,
okay.
Actually. Because also the full audience is also the fine for making fun, but main reason actually that this concert today is the last concert of big tour, and then to take surprise for musicians. It's actually main reason somehow to take the and I mean some thankful to thank for musician too.
Okay.
It's a kind of the idea. Yeah.
They were very surprised.
Yeah. Evo, ovo je bila njegova ideja da sviraju. You mean for this encore together that you're playing on piano, yeah? Dakle, svirali su zajedno, bila je to zapravo iznenađenje i za članove orkestra. Na neki način je to bila zahvala i publici, ali i nekako zahvala na kraju turneje i članovima orkestra. And for the end of the end, salut d'amour. I na kraju smo imali pozdrav ljubavi Edvarda Elgara. So, we are in love with City of Birmingham Orchestra, Symphony Orchestra, and we hope we get you back sometimes, maybe with Alice Sarom Ott.
Of course, whenever, very soon.
And some new concerto, piano concerto, yeah?
Why not? Yeah. We are very happy to come here again, always.
Eto, a drugi dodatak je bio Elgarov salut d'amour, dakle ljubavni pozdrav. Mi smo se zaljubili, vjerujem, u ovaj orkestar ponovno, iako oni nisu prvi puta ovdje, i očekujemo ih da ponovno dođu i uz Alice Sarom Ott i možda neku praizvedbu novog suvremenog klavirskog koncerta. Hvala vama. Hvala vam.